Today's horoscope, Virgo April 8, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Your planetary ruler, Mercury, ends its retrograde cycle today, and it does so in your opposing sign. With this shift, we come to the end of a cycle of mental reorientation, but there is a little more of this to go as Mercury doesn't immediately resume normal speed. Keeping in mind that communications can continue to confound us during the shift, you can nevertheless look forward to more clarity and movement related to a partnership, finances, intimate connections, and negotiations. These might turn a corner in the coming days and weeks, or results arrive, giving you clarity and making it easier to make informed decisions. Life can be even smoother after Venus also turns direct, on the 12th. Today, watch for speaking too soon or too loudly before you've processed everything. Supporting others or self-improvement efforts can be rewarding now. Be aware that today's cosmic flow could be a bit rocky. It could be a make or break point in 2025. However, by being aware, you can choose to grow from this energy rather than be limited by it. You are at a crossroads in your personal and romantic relationships, especially with sweet Venus, our lesser benefic and the planetary ruler of attraction, beauty, and love, clashing in exact conjunction with scathing Saturn, the great taskmaster and planetary ruler of hardship and karma. Both are spinning in your solar house of partnerships. Challenging discussions about commitments and promises may present themselves. Do your best to take a step back to clear your head. Where do you stand in your professional commitments? Your most prized professional commitments and arrangements have taken a hit over the last few weeks. Partnerships, contracts, and other projects that you financially rely on might have been up in the air. Some of your arrangements could have even been suspended or paused. Thankfully, you should have more answers about where you stand over the next few days once Mercury stations direct in Pisces. Everything should begin to settle down, and some of your commitments may go back to normal. You love to use your body in exciting new ways, and maybe you haven't been using your physical powers to the best of their abilities lately. Today's transit gives you some inroads into the wonderful world of physical activity. Be open to the new, which can come in surprising packages. Swing dancing has enjoyed a revival and is an established pastime in many parts of the world. Try something new that challenges your body to act like it did when you were a child. Take care that you don't get caught up in outdoing the Jones. Living up to perceived standards can become a never-ending exercise in one-upmanship that might not make a lot of sense when you step back and look at it. It can be easy on this day to fall into this kind of trap. Try to remember that the standards you live by should be set by yourself, and not by what others determine to be required. Live happily, securely, and within your means. 8 days after retrograding back into your relationship sector, Mercury, the planet of communication, turns direct, and in 9 days, he is going to leave again. Mercury is only back for 15 days, but he is here when it counts, and as his focus shifts from giving the past and unsaid words a voice, this will be a win/win. With Venus, the planet of love, not turning direct here for another 6 days, this will allow the communication lines to flow more smoothly while still keeping the doors open to the past and second chances. Meanwhile, 7 days after his return to your financial sector, Neptune, the planet of hopes and dreams, has teamed up with the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment. Within days of each other, at the end of last month, Venus and Mercury, the planets of love and communication, retrograde back into your relationship sector. Mercury turns direct today, ending his focus on giving the past and unsaid words a voice while staying on to keep the communication lines open. Venus won't turn direct for another 6 days, giving you time to make the most of the doors open to the past and second chances. Daily Planetary Overview. Can you handle it? That question isn't meant to intimidate, it's an invitation. An invitation to look within and ask yourself whether you're truly aligned with what you're chasing. As Venus retrograde meets Saturn in dreamy, deeply emotional Pisces, this isn't a time for surface-level decisions. There's weight in the air, the kind that asks for honesty. The kind that asks you to pause, breathe, and ask, is this really what I want? It's okay to admit when something doesn't feel quite right. Even if you've already committed. Even if you've been walking this path for a while. Just because you can see something through doesn't mean you should. If you're chasing a goal that no longer inspires you or holding on to a plan that no longer fits who you are now, consider this your gentle cosmic permission to stop, recalibrate, and pivot. That doesn't mean giving up. It means being real with yourself. It means choosing not to waste time on things that drain your spirit. The clarity you're looking for isn't far away. Mercury is stationing direct in Pisces tonight, casting a soft but steady light on your thoughts. The mental fog begins to lift. And with it comes a new kind of confidence. Not the loud, flashy kind, but something quieter, deeper. A sense that yes, you do know where you're going now even if the steps feel cautious or uncertain. You're not rushing anymore. You're moving with purpose. And that's powerful. Think of it like this. Imagine walking a familiar road, one you've traveled 100 times before. But this time, you stop. You look around. You notice a path just off to the side, a little overgrown, a little uncertain, but something about it pulls at you. That's the new direction calling. You don't have to abandon everything or burn bridges. Keep the friendships, the memories, the lessons. But let go of the habits, patterns, and relationships that are no longer nourishing you. This is a transitional phase. A threshold. And yes, sometimes that means you'll feel torn. You might notice tension rising in your closest relationships, maybe with your partner, or family, or someone who knows you deeply. Don't panic. That friction isn't necessarily a sign that something's broken. Sometimes, it's just the pressure of two people evolving at different paces. Give each other space. Breathe. Focus on your own center. And when you return to each other, it might be with clearer minds, softer hearts, and a better understanding of what really matters. As you move forward with your plans, because you are moving forward, know that things may take longer than you expect. And that's okay. This isn't a race. This is about building something real. Something that reflects who you're becoming, not just who you've been. Focus. Be patient with the process. There will be setbacks, but don't let temporary disappointment stop you. Even when doors close, others quietly begin to open. Keep your eyes and your heart open for those quiet shifts. If you're struggling to make a decision, that's normal. Doubt is part of growth. Eventually, the pieces will come together. The fog will lift. You'll see the road clearly again, and not just for yourself, but in a way that helps others too. You'll find compromise, common ground, the win-win. But in this emotionally charged atmosphere, be mindful. Emotions might run high. Tempers might flare. You might catch yourself in the middle of an argument that started over nothing. Try not to let the moment carry you away. Step back. Let the feelings rise and pass through. Don't act out of anger, especially not toward the people who care about you most. You're human. They are too. And about those big promises or shiny financial opportunities that seem too good to be true, you know where this is going. If something feels off, trust that instinct. You might not have all the information. A well-timed pause can save you from a mistake. Let the dust settle before you decide. Take care of your body. There's a lot happening in your mind and in your heart, and your physical energy might be dipping. Don't ignore it. Your nerves are whispering what your soul already knows. You need rest. Not laziness, but real rest. Quality sleep. Gentle movement. Time with yourself that's not filled with screens and distractions. When you finally do slow down, you'll realize how much your body was asking for it. And in that stillness, you'll find peace. Deep, grounding peace. Today isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about knowing when to let go and when to hold on. It's about trusting that you're not lost, even when you're in between chapters. You've come a long way. And even if the path ahead looks unfamiliar, you're not walking it alone. Others are navigating their own quiet revolutions. So share your story. Have you recently changed course? Are you letting go of something that no longer fits? What's one step you're taking toward what truly matters? Your voice could be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Keep going. You're doing better than you think.